Oh my gosh. Like I said, I don't believe anything that happened in the last reaction.
I have to accept that certain leads may have been overlooked. Specifically, the possibility of a burglary accompanying Gail's murder.
That's the other thing, right? Hear me out. Okay, let me pause this just for a second. You know how we've got Pilkington, right? And he's now been infiltrated into the police. Now, my question is, does she know that he is who he is and corrupt? Because that puts her in danger if she starts investigating this properly. We know she's being manipulated, but how in the loop is she?
To ensure continuity, I've been made acting detective superintendent.
Yeah.
That's
Everything through
everyone.
her, yeah? Well, I don't trust a lot of people on this team. I don't trust him, Pilkington, and I don't trust her either. Whoa. I can't wait for her to go full on, just switcheroo on this guy. I love it when they do that. Hopefully she doesn't die. Wait, what?
Kid.
The heck?
Now this probationary constable,
Ryan Pilkington.
we'll start proceedings against him. We'll pull him out, yeah?
Oh, that's right, because
So
Arnott's
we don't have much
been...
evidence.
had a drug
Under
test.
questioning, he's as cool as you like. I'd rather keep observing him.
This is weird. This is weird. It's weird seeing them talk like this. It's really weird. Now, where's Steve? Have I skipped an episode? Episode 4. No, I've seen 1, 2, 3. Steve had a drug test, and we have no idea how that went. Has he been, like, suspended or something?
You made your choice to move on. And I know that the disciplinary action against me was definitely a factor.
Here we
It put you and
go.
Steve in a really difficult position.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, so it's fully admitting it
So
and
I only
everything.
have myself to blame.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's the only reason, you know.
Anti-Corruption Unit 12 interviewed
Here we
Detective
go.
Superintendent Ian Buckles. You are under arrest for the criminal offence of perverting the course of justice, and therefore have forfeited your right to be interviewed by an officer at least 1 rank senior. You remain under caution.
I don't believe it's
Document 9 in your folders.
Deborah Devereaux was arrested for assault occasioning actual bodily harm against a neighbour. However, the neighbour subsequently withdrew the allegation.
Yeah, and why was
the
he involved?
officer handling the case, a DC McIntyre, believed there had been intimidation directed at the neighbour and sought the advice of a more senior officer.
And that was
Said
Ian.
officer ordered no further action and all proceedings against Miss Devereaux were dropped.
It's a bit weird,
Said
you know.
officer was Detective Superintendent Ian Buckles.
Image 33 is a screenshot of the contact name Debbie RGT. This number was registered to Deborah Devereaux.
Wow.
Detected other contacts in a similar format.
If he's got issues, I can see that. He just seems incompetent, he seems like he can't be bothered, he seems like he's a smart ass. Like, look, I can see all of that. I would be shocked, completely and utterly shocked, if he happened to be the next big thing.
Yeah, look, there might have been a bit of... It was never going to go anywhere. She was a suspect. You know, that's never
You
going to
see?
2020, Deborah
So he
Devereaux's
was,
name
I
comes up
said
again,
so.
This time in connection with Operation Lighthouse.
Look, this was all happening without me. Chris Lomax did that interview.
Exactly.
Joe Davidson was the...
See what I mean?
Yes, but it was your department.
It was his department, but he's just
Further inquiries
negligent.
failed to
You
corroborate
watch.
Deborah Devereaux's testimony.
No, I haven't seen Debbie since back when I was working Kingsgate. Where's the evidence of me being in touch with her about this statement, eh? You tell me that.
While
Exactly.
we've detected no recent communications between you via these devices, contact via other means hasn't been excluded.
According to the files we've examined, DSU Davidson set in motion plans to raid Turner's address.
However, a delay was requested to obtain authority from an officer of executive rank.
We've already seen
Said delay being
Davidson
ordered
do
by
stuff for him as
Detective Superintendent
favours,
Ian
man.
Buckles.
She is being pulled by strings
Unsolved murder in
and
this force
doing it in his
district.
name.
A tip-off to tell you the killer was there for the taking. Why on earth did you delay?
We had no idea how reliable he was.
According to the files, the intelligence had been graded 1A.
Okay, yeah, but... Look, it was a complex op. It needed proper planning. Not everyone going off at it half-cocked.
You should have struck when the iron was hot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm long enough in the truth.
Negligent, man. He's just not good enough to be where he
That's
is.
not what happened. This was nothing to do with me.
Exactly. See, I believe him, though. That's the
Image
thing. I
5 on
believe
screen.
him. He's just a
Image 5
dick.
is the best the surveillance team were able to achieve on the 27th of October without arousing suspicion.
The thing is, right, the thing is he's a dick. He should be in charge of all of this. He should be dealing with all of this. I'm not sitting here saying that he's a victim, because he should have been in charge. His position says he is in charge, right? And he failed on so many levels for negligence. He should not be in the police. But that does not mean that he orchestrated it. I think someone has taken advantage of this exact fact.
We now believe the absence of surveillance made it possible for Carl Banks to be removed from the address for Terry Ball to be substituted.
There's no evidence for that.
No evidence.
Exactly, it's speculation,
We give
but
you
still.
no evidence. Thank you, DIR.
Or is there evidence?
According to the Operation Lighthouse files we've seen, there's all compelling evidence that Banks was abducted.
Yeah, but you still don't know if Banks was the one who confessed to Gail Vella's murder.
Because the Chiz was also found dead.
Yeah.
The only person of any interest in Gail Vella's murder who is still alive is Terry Boyle.
Do you recognise image 45, sir?
Yes, me and Ryan.
Ryan Pilkington was a juvenile offender.
Or he's somewhat connected to something. But he was
How was
around,
I
that doesn't mean he
supposed to
knows.
Blame vetting, not me.
Ryan Pilkington was repeatedly processed at Kingsgate.
Pilkington joins MIT. And the next thing we know, he's in a police vehicle that mysteriously veers off the road into a reservoir.
Too much of a
nearly
coincidence.
killing the only person of interest in the murder of Gail Vella.
If there were OCG links, do you not think someone would have pointed it out to me?
They have done.
What is seen in image 87, sir?
Well, someone's put them there. I didn't put them there, did I?
Image 87 shows the open boot of police service vehicle. In the boot are a number of Operation Lighthouse files. Said files
Said
have been
files that
missing
contain
ever
this,
since the 4th of
contain that.
November, when AC-12 officers entered Hillside Lane Police Station to seize all files relating to Operation Lighthouse.
These files contain references to a possible burglary at Gail Vella's home on the night of her murder. They also...
So are we now trying to say that she potentially... Is it possible that... Is it possible that... Oh, I always forget her name. Jo. Is it possible that she murdered Gail? If she's the one who had the files, because there was the whole thing about she was the one who contacted about AC-12 getting their plug pulled, which then means she had time to... Do you see where I'm coming from? I mean, she keeps doing things for him as favours. She seems oddly close to him. I mean, she was so keen to pin him. Did she put those files there? I'm not going to be so... Did she kill her? I mean, she could just be the one who's being controlled to cover it up, but she could have a bigger part to play. I didn't even think about that.
So how do you account for these files being found in your service?
The problem is
Well, it's a fit-up, isn't it?
Steve
Someone put 'em
also
there.
knows that...
My officers do not plant evidence. We work to the letter of the
This
law.
is annoying
fella,
me a
the
little
letter.
bit, because
These
Steve
files
knows
show
that
a
he had
whole
stuff
line of
planted in
inquiries
his car.
I don't know.
I mean,
What
he'll
do you
get
mean you don't
vindicated
know?
or whatever the word
You're a
is.
senior detective. Charge him.
Puppet.
All right.
We sent Buckles back to custody for charging.
Nice one. Got our man. What's up, mate?
No,
We should have seen his
haven't
interview.
got our man.
This bloke couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's his cover.
That's
The
his
armed
cover.
robbery
No,
at
it's
the
not,
bookmakers
though.
that delayed MIT kept to car
I wish
back to
Kate was
place.
around, because
No
she'd
one
be able to
person
see
caused
as
that
well.
delay.
Look, without Joe, we wouldn't have got Buckles. Look, you haven't seen the change in her eye.
Without Joe, we
Now
haven't...
Buckles is
Oh,
off the
she's
back.
falling
on the
for him,
case,
man.
100%.
All I'm saying, mate, is we keep going.
Gosh almighty.
Gathering evidence with an open mind.
All I'm saying, Steve, is you spend too much time on anti-corruption, it starts to change the way you see things.
Not in a bad way, though. I don't think, at least.
Well done on Buckles.
Now, you watch Ian end up dying or something, or getting murdered in prison for being a police officer. Oh, don't even start, man. The hell? Whoa.
I cannot lead my unit if at every twist and turn I am being asked to second guess
What's off?
how my orders are going to play out at HQ.
I don't like these
In that
guys.
respect, we agree. You've become unable to lead your team. No one wants to be vindictive here, Ted.
Wow.
Done you 30 years. You'll be permitted to retire on your full pension. The PCC and the Chief Constable have agreed to redistribute funding to front...
Well, if you're a bunch of corrupt officers and you need to continue doing what you're doing in a corrupt way, the person you want out is Ted.
As a result, AC3, AC9 and AC12 will merge into a single unit.
Oh,
under
wow.
the command of a Chief Superintendent.
All the AC
What about my
C's
officers?
emerging. The
They
heck?
do not deserve this.
This must be a shock, Ted. I can see you're upset.
It's not a rhetorical question, Mom.
Whoa.
What has happened to us? When did we stop caring about honesty?
Exactly. The heck? Surely he's an honest cop, man. Come on. Come on.
Specially tailored ammunition.
Especially
Suggests
tailored.
that gun was made in a workshop.
Gun
Typically
made in a
from a
workshop.
decommissioned firearm or replica. It's
What?
untraceable.
Okay.
Oh, so it is an
the
untraceable
firearms used in
weapon.
the armed robbery of the bookies were workshopped.
What?
So it don't have a connection. You were woken at your residential address by one of your fellow armed robbers.
Why?
You've declined to name and briefed by him regarding the plan to carry out an armed robbery of Icky's bookies.
We all met up to get organised with the van and that.
And this is when they first provided you all
Being
with
lied
guns.
to again.
Who supplied the firearms, Jake?
The thing is she. I don't think she knows everything either.
Guns was already there in a crate. We weren't allowed inside. Some bloke come out with the guns.
Some
Were
bloke
some of these firearms decommissioned guns that have gone
Some
through
bloke
conversion in a workshop?
came out of the shop.
Nobody wanted to risk one.
If anyone else was in that house apart from Farida, we'll know.
Good work.
Whoa. That's the thing, like, she's like... Now she's gonna go message this leader guy again, yeah? If they reply now, then we know it's not Ian. Just done. So now they're just not responding. What? I'm finished. She's basically saying she's out. Look at her. How could she have been roped in? My mind will continue to bend at that, for goodness
Thank you,
sakes.
Chloe.
This image shows Ryan Pilkington in the vicinity of Frederico's bar on November 10th.
Shit.
Whoa.
Joe Davidson and me were there that night.
So Pilkington...
He's watching her.
So basically what they're saying is Pilkington's watching
evidence
or
of that.
meeting Davidson.
No.
The thing is Kate's going to
Jake
protect
would be in danger.
Joe.
She qualifies
But I
for
think
an
it's the
employment.
opposite. I think she knows.
Steve's right. We can't be certain they're not in this together. She could tip him off about our surveillance operation. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Kate, but...
That's the thing.
Look, I'm just counting on all of you to carry the fire.
Wow. The thing is, he's not going to tell them that it's done either, is he?
I got made the eye.
But that
that's the
ain't a
thing.
deal breaker.
Has he changed his
Saves
mind
James
about
from
moving
mum all
on?
day.
I wonder if we can put this transfer on hold. You know, delay it. Just to see how a couple of things play out.
Putting it on hold.
Well, if that's what you want.
Oh
But
my
I
god,
can't keep my
he
boss
was
hanging on forever.
so close to being moved, you know. That's mental.
We've managed to recover another audio file.
That's great. Good work.
Gail
Thank
Vella.
I'll get it set
phone
up in the
call.
meeting room.
Ta.
I recognise that voice.
warning fit with established police tactics in the face of a suicide bomber. You don't want to give him a chance to detonate.
Wait, this is that same case. Bro, what did I say it could be connected to that?
Prosecuted. No one was even disciplined.
I still can't place him, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I can think of them as well.
Disguised. I didn't detect
Who is that voice?
Got him.
Balaclava men.
Although they weren't used in the robbery, the suspects
Who is
survived,
that?
seeing
Balaclava
workshop
men.
firearms.
Balaclava men.
He's spying on you.
How do you know?
Oh.
Look, Joe, I don't want to.
Well, she's hiding the whole AC-12 thing now. Come on. Yes. Oh, I was thinking she was going to blow the cover again. Kate, follow your head, not your heart, please.
Having lost a senior detective, I need to bring in a new officer at DSDI level. But budget constraints oblige me to post someone out. I hope you realise it's nothing personal, Ryan.
Oh my.
Thank you for everything you've done, ma'am. It's a privilege. to serve on
Jesus, look at
MIT.
that switch. Holy shoot.
Last time we met, I was in a wheelchair.
I think it looks taller. Relatively.
James Lakewell, this is DC Chloe Bishop.
Oh, his voice.
Jenny.
The problem is he cannot speak because he will die. If he speaks, he will die.
We've listened to the recording. It was you. Now, in the recording, Mr.
Yeah,
Lakewell,
come on,
we
mate.
heard recounting information relating to Operation
But he's in
Trapdoor,
prison and we
for
know
which you were
they've
convicted
got
of all
connections to
charges in 2017.
prisons.
It doesn't bode well to speak openly about such things.
Whoa.
Breaking the routine is always welcome, but I'm beginning to feel drawn back to full.
See what I mean? He's smart, man. He knows.
Faces of my fellow inmates.
Oh, bloody hell, he knows.
Lakewell didn't say much, sir.
He's got plenty. I mean, why else would he have opened up to Gail Vella? The problem is he's dropped a hint he's concerned about prison staff.
So how do we get him to talk?
I've got a plan, sir.
Got a plan?
Jenny.
What, Steve? Oh well, so we're not going to get to know the plan. Thanks. But imagine they move him and then just...
Go, go. 4-5,
Wait.
give me a POV.
They're breaking him out. Imagine that. No.
The terms of the application to the Ministry of Justice regarding your immunity from prosecution. It's all ready to go.
All immunity, all
You
everything.
vanish into witness protection. New name, new life. You just spent your last night in prison. If you tell us what we need to know.
Spend your next somewhere else. Yeah, last night in prison potentially. New name, new place. Imagine they just get, what's the word, ambushed on the way, literally. The thing is, right, they've got tabs. And one person in this team that's transporting him has to be corrupt. And boom, it's over.
As I'm sure you realise, Diane, anything I say in these circumstances wouldn't be evidential.
Yeah.
Therefore, no one could ever know who the information came from.
Come on, come on. There's gonna be an ambush, man, or something. The whole point... Oh, gosh. I knew this was gonna happen.
Alpha Charlie 5-2, suspect vehicle PNC check.
God. For God's sakes.
What's happening? Can you get any help?
And what are they doing, man?
Need to evacuate, gonna get your arm.
4-5 received, evac authorised, repeat, evac authorised.
Is everyone okay?
Don't...
Alpha Charlie 5-2, control, urgent message. One police casualty lost.
Bro, I don't know what to say. Come on, Steve. Oh my god. Had that shot, Steve. Ooh. You watched Lake have a bullet through him or some shit like that. Oh, so he survived that. Bro, you see what I mean? Look at the extent they're willing to go through to get to this guy, to silence these people. And how do they know that? How do they know they're on the move at this exact location, exact time? Yes!
There's
Finally!
been a forensic nabis recovery on all the OCG weapons from the scene.
I know it's like a big casualty and cost to pay,
the
but
weapons appear to have been workshopped.
Lakewell, we've got him.
I'm not prepared to submit to an interview, not today.
Wow.
One of my officers just got killed.
I'll never be able to stop looking over my shoulder.
Jimmy, I promise you, we'll do whatever it takes to persuade the Ministry of Justice to let you into witness protection.
There are some people there's no protection from.
Exactly.
People or a person?
I didn't talk.
Get it, buddy.
Wait, what was that? Whoa, he did.
It's as easy as that, Joe.
Oh
Let's go inside and discuss this. I
my
say discuss. I'll explain why I won't be posted off
God.
the team.
Thing is, Kate,
She's been manipulated.
we're already down a senior
Come
detective. I'd hate to lose another one.
Sorry, I don't follow.
Threat.
Drop it, Kate.
That's an order.
For God's sakes. So she can't do what she wants to do, not being an AC-12.
Sis, we got a share. Overcrowding.
Oh my...
They're bringing it there.
No! And let me guess.
Now you watch what happens to a rat.
God damn it, man. DNA from Frida's house. What?
The box this morning had an inmate found dead inside a Blackthorn. James Lakewell.
Jesus
What was the cause of death?
Christ.
Been a rat, Mum.
Oh! Nobody's safe. There we go, that's the title of my video.
The analysis detected partial matches to a nominal whose DNA is stored on other police databases.
What?
He's identified over the page.
DNA matches between Joe and who?
As we know, sir, there's only one credible explanation for Joe Davidson's DNA matching this individual. They're blood relatives.
What?
Oh, God.
Oh, don't cut out. Okay, of course they're not going to show us, but like, look, hear me out. Let me just, I know, Rachel, if you're watching, you're going to know what I'm talking about, and I'm gutted about this, but not too long ago, I thought that someone may have accidentally spoiled something for me in Line of Duty. And it was like to do with like Kate being related to someone. Now, in this situation, is it a coincidence that we're now getting a DNA match? And if that's the case, is there any way, shape or form that Kate is somehow going to be related to? No. Look, if it happens, someone spoiled it. Like, and that's why I'm theorising this. They didn't spoil it exactly, so I'm still sitting here like, kind of speculating. But if it is, I've been spoiled. I'll tell you guys in the next reaction if I've officially been spoiled or not. But look, the point is, there's been a DNA match between Joe Davidson and someone else on the force. But we have to think about who this could possibly be. And that could rope in exactly why she's been in this in the first place, right? Unfortunately, I can't watch another one tonight, so I won't be looking into this, which is freaking annoying. But look, anyway, what am I saying? So, a lot happened that reaction, man. A lot freaking happened, and I think most importantly is the whole notion of nobody's safe. We recently in this episode, we had a bit of a push forward, and we found out that Jeremy Lakewell was talking to Gail Valor. Now, in trying to get to him, and getting him to talk and confess any knowledge he has, there was a mission conducted that ultimately failed because of potential AC-12 leak. Like, look, it could be anyone, but anyway, the point is that he got to the point where he was nearly killed. He saw that as a warning and he refused to talk. Sent him back to prison where he was murdered. And that is a huge, huge problem, because like we said, no one's safe. Unless someone speaks like this immediately, which potentially he did with Arnott, we just don't know. And if Arnott's keeping that, it's to prevent any leakage, right? Maybe Arnott knows more, but that's another point in itself. And that's just what the show's been all about. That happens to people that are talking when they're ratting, right? And we saw it happen. Joe's just been threatened again. Gosh, I'm just thinking, man. Who could Joe be related to? Look, I don't know. I want to know, and I'm desperate to find out, but I can't. It's like really doing my brain in because of what I've heard. Yeah, anyway, like I said, my brain is all over the place, guys. If I'm honest with you, I don't really know what to say. So I think what I'm going to do... But the thing is, I need to talk about it in case I watch the next one. What else is there to talk about? Steve's drugs testing that he is refusing to talk about. Lakewell's now dead. We know that Ian Buckles is involved in some sense. Like I said, he's not the next H, but he is terrified for his life. That's the thing. Whenever we have these interview scenes, it's like boom, 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 going in on these characters. Can we ever actually not have sympathy for them? Because they are being... Well, their lives are at risk every single time. Do you blame them for lying? Obviously, you blame them for why they got into this in the first place, if it was even their choice. But, like, everything after the fact, they speak, they die. It's happened on a regular bloody occurrence. But yeah, anyway, I think the whole overriding point about this episode has been that Davidson is seriously a puppet. She's now having to manipulate the case in a way... She's almost being... Like, she's being played with, right? Because she's the perfect person. Obviously, they've got something on her. Obviously, her life is threatened or whatever. I think we're about to find out why she's in it in the first place. But yeah, the point is that she's been sort of dangled around, used, and she can't get out of that. And until she dies or this is over, she won't get out of it. I'm just watching that ending again. I'm actually really annoyed at the show. You're really going to leave me like that, my guys? I can't watch another one. It's too late. That's so annoying. I mean, I guess it forces me to watch one tomorrow, which I plan to anyway. But tonight was just supposed to be a get on top of Line of Duty again for the week. Not... make me not be able to sleep thinking about it. Do I have anything else to say? Not really. Fuck this show, man. That's all I'm going to say, guys. If you enjoyed it, as ever, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And of course, let me know down below what you thought of the reaction, the episode, and I'll get some discussion going. And yeah, let's leave that there, guys. Happy Halloween, happy Guy Fawkes whenever this comes out. You know the drill, guys. As ever, this has been your boy, British Chap. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.